Hello all! I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to our cozy spruce forest. I am so excited for today's episode, and I've got a lot of plans. So I'm still a little sick, as you can probably hear, but nonetheless, we shall proceed. So as you can see, our valley is cute, but it really doesn't have any personality or anything really going for it yet. Our house, likewise. My plans for today is to do a little bit of shaping in our valley, hopefully get some starter farms going, and I would like to really decorate the outside of our house a little bit. I think it looks cute but pretty boring. So let's get started. So the first thing I think I'd like to do is get rid of a bunch of these trees. I do really want to have trees in our valley once we're done, but I think that it would be beneficial to kind of give ourselves a bit of a blank slate. Okay everyone, so I've started clearing out some of the trees here. You can see it's looking a lot cleaner. Now, another thing I said I wanted to do today was get some starter farms going. So, for that I'm thinking that we're probably going to have to do a little bit of clearing out of some of the terrain, just so we have a somewhat smoother surface to work with. So I've got an iron shovel now. I decided to make an iron shovel because A, it works really fast, and also B, I did a little bit of mining off camera, and I got a lot of copper and iron and some coal too. I didn't get any diamonds or anything that great, but it's a good start. So I'm thinking this sort of hill here will kind of turn it into just gonna smooth it out a little bit so that it's easier to walk along, and also it'll give us sort of a better platform for making some farms. I think that's looking a lot better. I think it's a bit rounder and a bit more gentle, which is really what I was looking to get. There's still that round over there that I'm not sure what I want to do with, because I do want to leave some shape in this area. I think I might just take off like these couple blocks on the top and leave it. Maybe I'll put water feature there at some point. Now, in terms of the farm placement, I definitely don't want it to be like directly at a 90-degree angle in front of the house. Like, I don't want it to be like right there. Actually, that might be okay. But, like, not right there, you know? So I'm thinking if we can maybe have like a path, just kind of that winds down this way and around here and through here. And then somehow maybe there's like two forks, but over here I'm thinking could be really a good spot for farms. I'm gonna go take a nap. Yeah, so right over here, I think this is going to be a pretty good spot for it. I definitely want to have a couple like decorative crops, so sort of like beetroot. I especially think I'll really love being able to see the farms from like this sort of kitchen work area. So for now, I've grabbed a couple buckets of water, and I'm just going to set up a little infinite water source over here so I don't have to keep running to the ocean or the pond every time I want water, because it's kind of getting annoying. So we'll just fill these up. There we go. And get started. I like doing circular farms. I know some people like doing square farms, or some people like doing really irregular shaped farms. I just like the way circular farms sort of can flow into one another. I also don't mind irregular shaped farms. I'm going to start off with a couple circle farms though. Just smoothing this out a little bit so I can put another farm over here. Obviously I don't have stuff to plant in these farms yet, but I think it'll look really nice, sort of, if we can get farms sort of all the way going up this really beautiful landscape we have here. This is going to put it. We'll just do this for now, and we'll just seal that up. I know that's not very good, but I think it'll work, and at this point, that's pretty much all I care about. So that's what we're going to do. So over here, I just want a little farm, just something we can keep our sort of less important crops in, but crops that we still want, even if this isn't a new use. Just do this there. Just gonna do that. So I've been thinking, I like having the farms over there, but this is problematic. You see, it works great, but it's just kind of sitting here. And so I'm thinking maybe like a little well over here would look super cute, and I would go with the whole sort of cozy theme. And just like that, okay, so it's not the absolute prettiest thing in the world, but you know what, I quite like it actually. I think it's going to work out quite well. I love how close it is to the house. It's a little crowded, but I think it works. Next biggest project I really wanted to work on today was decorating this. So I am actually a bit hesitant about this because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. So what I'm thinking is I want to do something that's very much going to show a sort of welcoming perspective of it. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm thinking flowers. We have more seeds, I should plant those. I'm definitely thinking I'd like some grass around here. So let's get this started. So I'm thinking something like that. I think that adds dimension to it already. And I'm just going to do that around the rest of the house. Next, I think I want to do like a little bit of a porch. So I don't want to do something too big because most of the cottage I want to be kind of modest. But I don't think that overdoes it, you know, and it makes it a heck of a lot easier to get in the door. I'm also going to replace this block with a stair block. I really love the way that looks. It kind of makes it flow a lot nicer. And then I've got these flowers. I don't honestly have too many of them, which is unfortunate. I think maybe if I just put them on either side there, that looks really cute. And then I'm thinking just tiny little bit of grass, strategically placed. You know, a little bit of something. And honestly, I think that looks a lot better already. And then I always find that like a lantern looks more welcoming than a torch. I don't know if that's just me, so I'm going to put a little lantern there. And then I'm also going to put one on the back, I think. I'm not sure where. And I'm thinking maybe like on one of these corners here. I think that could be nice. And then I think the well deserves a lantern too. So just kind of like that. I really just want to make sure it's nice and lit up. That always says welcoming to me. So I saw her wheat is ready. I'm just going to harvest all of this actually and just kind of get a fresh start here. So I found a couple more seeds, and obviously the wheat's going to give me seeds when I harvest it. So I'm just going to fill in like a quarter of this, I guess, well, as much as I can, really. Like that. And we'll just wait for the wheat to grow, literally. Okay, and then I think the last thing I'd like to do today is to get a path started, because right now it's kind of annoying just trying to trek all the way up here all the time. So I'm thinking I'd just like to get a very simple path. I really don't want to, right now I don't want to make it like a stone path. I think that's a bit too imposing for my tastes at the moment, especially with sort of working really hard to get a welcoming vibe. I think doing a cobblestone or stone brick or any sort of path like that might come off as a little too imposing. And I'm going to do a path that's 3 wide, so I might actually just do that too. That'll make it a bit nicer, I think. And I'm using both path blocks and wood slabs, oak wood slabs, because I think they mesh really nicely together. And then when I do a turn, I'm either going to just overlap it a little bit, or I'm just going to go right for it. And I think that'll help give it more of a rustic vibe. And now it's nighttime, so I just want to show you how this is looking. And honestly, I love it so much, especially once we get the path lit up. I think it's going to be so nice to come home from exploring or mining or whatever and just see this sort of welcoming us back home. We've got our well over here, we've got our little flowers, which make me so happy, little shutters on our windows. We've got this. Our kitchen, I love. Entranceway and then up into our room. And yeah, so that pretty much sums it up for today's episode. I think that's it, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, week, and I'll see you in the next episode.